So we're going to create an exponential model for this set of data. So what we got to pay attention to, we got to remember the exponential model is y equals ab to the x power. Okay, and what they're telling us here is that at the time of taking this drug in, the scale reads 100. So that tells me this point, 0, 100. And then 6 hours later, the scale's 78. So that's 6, 78. And we're going to use those coordinates to find the missing variables a and b in our equation. So the scale's 100 when the time is 0, and the scale is 78 when the time is 6. And as we've done in the past, we're going to set these equal to a, b to the 0 is 1, so that is just equal to a. On this side, we want to be able to find out what a is so we can set these two expressions equal. So I'm going to divide both sides by b to the 6. Okay, now I can set those expressions equal. So I know that 100, I'm going to write this as over 1 so it's a proportion, equals 76 over b to the 6th. And now since it is a proportion, I can just find the cross products. So 100 times b to the 6th equals 76. Then we divide both sides of this equation by 100. And then I'm going to take the 6th root. It's 76, and I'm going to grab my calculator. And there's two ways that I can take the derivative. That I can find the 6th root. And one way is to type in the 6th, and then under the math menu, I can do choice 5 and type in our 0.76 and get that. Or I can do 0.76 and raise that to the 1/6 power. Get the same answer. And that makes sense that the exponent or the base is less than 1 because this is an exponential decay situation. So to write the equation, I'm going to write y equals base is 100, it's our initial value, times 0.955 to the x power. And then what they're asking us to do in this problem is to use our equation to find we would do this, what the scale measure, or what's the level of the drug in his bloodstream 12 hours later, 24 hours later, and a week later. Okay, so in my calculator, I'm just going to do this. Get this so I can see everything. There. So I'm going to type in 100. Clear that. So 100 times 0.95. Hit the right buttons here. Times 0.955 to the 12th power because it's 12 hours later. And that's the answer for that one. Then I'm going to raise it to the 24th power, so that's 24 hours later. And then in 1 week, it's going to be 7 times 24. I'm going to let the calculator calculate that for me. And almost 0. And those will be the values, or the levels, of course, how this drug test measures how much THC or whatever the active ingredient in marijuana is based on this test. And then the last part of this question is asking me, estimate when, let's highlight it. They want us to estimate the time when they last smoked marijuana. If it's 54, if the scale is 54. And then we're going to have to work backwards in time. So I'm going to go back to my calculator. And because I don't know how to solve this any other way right now, I'm just going to estimate. I'm going to try punching some numbers in here and make a guess. And I'm going to try this to the 14th power, 144. Too big. So that's close. That's pretty good. So we know that about 13 and a half hours before 12 midnight is when they got stoned. So we got to work backwards. So if we work backwards from midnight, right? I think that's about 10:30 if I'm thinking about this correctly. Because if it's midnight, 12 noon would be 12 hours, and I've got another hour and a half to make up for, so that'd be 11. That would be about 10:30. And they imbibed. All right, hope that helps.